The first step in the money laundering and terrorism financing risk assessment is environmental risk, which looks at your organization's internal and external operating environment and assesses your organization's potential risk exposure to predicate offences, money laundering, terrorism financing, sanctions, and the risk of non-compliance with AML laws. The environmental risk assessment is itself broken down into 5 steps. The first step examines your organization's potential risk exposure to predicate offences, which are offences that are typically conducted prior to a money laundering or terrorism financing offence being carried out, and is based on guidance from the Financial Action Task Force, the international body responsible for providing guidance on anti-money laundering and terrorism financing to over 200 member countries. The second step assesses your organization's potential risk exposure to different money laundering risks, such as dealing with higher-risk customers, products, channels, or jurisdictions. Next, the step assesses terrorism financing risks, in particular, examining your organization's potential exposure to customers, products, channels, or jurisdictions that pose higher terrorism financing risks. The fourth step assesses financial sanctions risk exposure of your organization, entering into or continuing a business relationship with a sanctioned person or entity. The final step in the environmental risk assessment is AML regulatory risk, meaning the potential that your organization's anti-money laundering program fails to comply with the laws, rules, and guidance expected of regulated entities by AML regulators. In the last 10 years, regulated entities from the financial sector have collectively received nearly $300 billion in fines and penalties for non-compliance with AML laws, and is an important consideration in ensuring ongoing compliance with continually changing AML obligations.